I'm Barbara. Welcome to this week's episode of Craft Corner Kits to Go. This week we're going to make a Veterans Day wreath out of egg cartons and a foam plate. So for this project you're going to need 12 cups from an egg carton, from a cardboard egg carton. And if you'll look at the inside of that cup, you see that circle there? You want to take your scissors and cut down right around the edge of that circle on 4 sides so that you have what looks like flower petals. So I've cut down to them, and then I'm going to take my fingers and bend it back so that they look like flower petals. Then I'm going to take my scissors and trim each edge of the egg carton so it looks like a flower. So you're going to take 12 of those and do that trimming too, and by the time you get done you'll get really good at trimming them. And then you want to have some red paint and some black paint. And I used a regular paper plate so that I could paint these pieces of egg carton. And I used red first, and I painted all of them red, both sides. And then after they dried, I went back and I took my black and I painted black centers on each one. So they look like poppies. So you end up with 12 of these. And the next step is you're going to take a foam paper plate and your scissors and stab in the middle and cut around the edge of the indent here. So you're cutting a circle out. So you have a circle of foam plate. You will have 2 strips of cardstock in your kit. There's a green one and a white one. And on the white one, you want to write remember. So I'm going to use a marker and I'm going to write remember. Now I'm going to lay the white one on the green one. You could use glue dots to hold this to it if you want to. I didn't bring any with me, so I'm just going to use my stapler because that's what's going to hold it to the paper plate. So I'm going to take my stapler and I'm going to staple this strip to both sides of my paper plate. Now, if you had too long of it, you could cut it off here, trim it off. Mine turned out just right, so I don't need to. You also have a green ribbon, which I'm going to staple to the top of my paper plate, my foam plate, right there, okay? So that is what's going to hang it. Now, I have tried different things. I tried hot glue, I tried glue dots, and I tried white glue. And I have discovered that the white glue is probably what's going to work the best. So, you want to take your white glue and your poppies and really smear. There's not much coming through this hole, so make sure your hole's clear. This one might be better. Yeah. and give it a real good coating on the back. See, I really put the white glue on that, and then stick it right on top of that staple. And you're going to take each poppy and glue it around on your wreath base. Now you can use hot glue. You have to be careful if you do that because it'll melt your foam. Or you can use glue dots, and they work for a while and then they drop it off. So it's up to you what kind of glue you use. But I have found this white glue seems to work the best for this project. So you continue to glue these on. And then you know what I'm going to tell you, don't you? When they're all done, you're going to have to set it aside and let it dry. And that takes at least a day before you start messing with it. Otherwise, they'll just fall off, because that's what happens when you get in a hurry. Okay? So continue to glue these on all the way around. And when you're done, you're going to have a wreath. This one doesn't have the white in the middle. I made it first and then I made the white one, and the white one looks better. So you'll have a wreath to hang for Veterans Day that says remember. So that's it for this week's Craft Corner Kits to Go, and we'll see you next week.